Hey, and welcome back to Testa's Tuesday Tips. You know how I talk about always being open-minded on trying new techniques and things, different methods, and I say you should always give it a try for yourself just to see. And then, maybe if it's better, you switch. If it's not, you don't. Everybody knows how much I love these knives. The Vectronics, I mean, it's like a pen. It's like an extension of my arm. I was doing a comedy show the other night, and this guy sitting in the front, he happened to go, "Oh my God, it's Chuck Testa." And he's looking up the videos and playing them right there in the show and everything, and he's really funny. But anyway, his name is Matt, and he works for Cold Steel Knives. And we got to talking about what kind of knife I use and blah, blah, blah. And so he was really nice enough to send me their new, I told him I use a paring knife, and he sent me their newest paring knife with this some kind of special handle on it, so I told him, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll try it. I said I really love these knives. It'd be hard for me to switch, but I'm gonna give this a try and tell him what I think. And one thing I can already tell by this, and I wish I had a wild boar here to test this on the armor shield, but a lot of times with this knife, when I'm doing the armor shield, I get blissed calluses and stuff, so I could see the value in this. And I'm looking, they're roughly about the same. This blade's a little longer and a little fatter. I like this narrowness for detail work and whatnot. But they got all kinds of stuff in here anyhow. But I'm going to try this out. And unfortunately, all I have is this little fennec fox. I'm assuming everybody knows how to skin for a flat, that you want to come on the inside of this hair right here. Follow it up along. So I'm just going to come in here and we're just going to give this knife a try. And then later I'm going to try it on detailing a fox hide. Well, that just opened that right up. And this might not be the best specimen to try this on, because this has been in the freezer for quite a while. Wow, look at that go. It's a little too sharp. Look at that. Wow. But it works. The reason this cape is wet, or this hide, is being that it was frozen in the freezer so long and had so much freezer burn on it. I went ahead and soaked it in water with non-sudsy ammonia. And that, see, out of habit I keep grabbing that one. See, looks like you can control it the same as the other one. I could see actually using both these knives. I could see, like I said, if I had a, see, boy, look how beautiful that is. See that? Gets right in between there to that sweet spot also. I could really see, like I said, to repeat myself, I could see using that on wild boar hide. Getting that armor off with the comfort handle there. I can think that's, I'm going to do a video on that later when I get a boar in. The main thing I like about these small knives is the control like that. You know something, I want to talk a little bit again about razor blades. Razor blade knife. There's a parable in the Bible that says, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, he can feed himself for a lifetime. And the value in learning how to sharpen a knife and use a knife, as compared to depending on razor blades all the time for the convenience. But again, I'm going about the detail. I like the people that say when I use a knife, they say I use it like a pen, I gotta admit, I do like the handle on this a lot. After 30 years of working with the other knife, it's a little getting used to now. See this too? Some of this isn't, that is from too sharp a knife right there. Cutting the hair. That's my problem with razor blades too. Even though I'm trying to stay underneath the skin coming up, it just cut a little bit of hair, which I just don't. See this knife, I could come in, just go all the way under, and boom, I'm there. See? Because it's just a little bit different shape. Now there you can see the rot. The skin's rotten. Gets that look and that feel, that kind of a, I call it kind of like a slimy look. You can see I have to go back. Like I said, this wasn't really a fair way to test this knife. So I'm going to link up to the cold steel deal. You can give it a try or not give it. I don't even know how much they cost, you know. Not really. I'm not doing this. They're not paying me. It's just, I'm just trying it because they were nice enough to send it to me, and I told them I'd give it a shot. I jump around between the knives. I don't know if you can see on the camera the difference of the performance of each one. Like again, I'll jump back to this one. And again, for detail work, it's got just such a fine handle on it that I love that. But for workhorse work, maybe raw skinning power, or fleshing mainly, I think this has a thicker blade, so when you're doing the armor on the boar, it's gonna maybe get underneath that shield, because that's how I do it. I come in under the shield and I get it to start rolling, and that's how I flesh a boar. I don't like try to skive off the shield like that. And anyway, okay, well, I'm gonna switch from this for 1 minute, and we're gonna go to I got a fox cape out here. Let's try it on the leather and see what we get. Now I prep all my stuff the same. I don't use the eyelid tuck method. I don't believe in smashing the clay all up in there, and it's just not how I do it. Now again, when I'm doing my cape prep, notice that I'm not turning the knife. I'm keeping it exactly flat as possible. Well, you know what? Coming along with this thing. Here's like, see here, now we got to get into this a little bit. Turning the nose. Now see, a lot of you guys are not even gonna use a real nose anymore. You use those fake noses and cut the nose off, and then, well, see, maybe I like this one better. Yep, you know what, I could get used to this knife here. I don't know how long they last compared to the other one. My thought is I just sharpen those till I get them so thin they break, and then I just buy a new one. Make sure your lip just turned all the way. Boy, see, boy, that. Okay. Well, like I said, keep an open mind. This isn't a bad little knife. You know, so far I find that I can control it just fine. again, to repeat myself, the real test will come. I'm really wanting to try this on that bore shield, because I can tell by the way this knife acts that will be something that I might use this knife specifically for. So I'm going to give these guys an honest review on this knife, tell them what I think, send it over to this video over to Cold Steel. You know, have them, hell, maybe they'll put it up on their channel. Look at this, see? We got a real tight area right there between that cut and the lip. And look, it's still doing great. See, I'm able to turn that. Alright then, I'm gonna, this won't be the only review on this knife I'm gonna do. Or review or whatever, test, I guess, you know. Not that I'm like professional knife reviewer, but I'm gonna try this and we'll probably make a video. I've wanted to do a bore caping video for a long time. So there'll be more to come on what I feel about this knife. But I definitely see the value, especially for my hands, on that hard bore shield. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Chuck's Tuesday Tips.